This is just this is crazy to me. What if it's worth it?
It's really cool.
Holy crap. We're at Bryce Canyon National Park now, so we made it up to ARCHES. We are heading to ARCHES National Park, Moab. Tomorrow we're going to be seeing Delicate Arch, and yeah, we are kind of just blown away with the scenery here. Heading through. It's kind of sad to leave Colorado because me being me, I don't want to leave, but I know Utah is going to be absolutely breathtaking as well.
Yeah, it's going to have its own beauties, I feel like.
It's going to have its own view. Wow.
It's really cool.
Look at this.
Yeah. So we should be to Utah probably like an hour and a half. We're going to try to find a free spot in ARCHES National Park because their campground was full. They only have one campground, so if you're trying to camp in ARCHES, I would book those way in advance. It's so cool. The windshield is super dirty right now because of all the bugs.
Yeah, that was my fault. We are now in Utah, and it is breathtaking as we expected.
It's just like unreal.
I will say, still in Colorado.
Okay.
No, I can't wait to get to the campground and finally eat dinner, because let me tell you, I am starving. I am so hungry, but I mean, just seeing how this place looks, these red rocks and everything. We went from a place that was nothing but trees and cooler temperatures, and now we're in basically desert. So it's like a complete 180.
This is the camp.
We are heading over to Delicate Arch right now. Definitely got here early, but we need to because we want to beat the crowds, and we do not want to be stuck standing in a line to take pictures. Got up at 3:30 in the morning. Couldn't really sleep because it was so hot last night in the car, and then bugs were just, yeah. Tonight I'm sleeping in the awning room tent. I think we made that official after last night's fiasco. So it's about 5:15, 5:30 right now. We should be up at Delicate Arch right around 6:15. So we made it up to ARCHES, Delicate Arch right now. Beat a lot of the crowd, got our pictures, got our videos, but now we're getting ready to head back to the car, see if the jackery's dead. So it probably is, and hopefully none of that food gets spoiled. We didn't get to show this landscape earlier because we were hiking in the dark in order to get here to beat the crowds, but this is just beautiful. Unbelievable. Alrighty, we're updating again. How about that intro, huh? That's good. We just picked up a crap ton of snaps.
Wait, we have snacks.
Definitely filled up on a bunch of freaking junk. Like, all junk.
Yeah. You gotta have road trip snacks though.
Yeah, it's probably overkill, I'll be honest. So right now we are heading to Bryce Canyon. There wasn't much of an update after we got back from ARCHES or anything. The rest of the day was just starting to get pretty rough because it was just getting so hot. I mean, it said the heat index was 98, but when I checked, it was over 100 degrees, and that was at, I think, 7, maybe 8 o'clock at night. So for it to be at that temperature at that point of the day, it was probably a little bit hotter in the middle of the day. We were literally sitting in the car for over an hour
with the air on.
just with the air on because it was so hot.
It was so hot. It was like unbearable, and there was like no shade at our campground at all.
Yeah, I could have put.
We could not cool down. At Delicate Arch, I was like dripping in sweat. And
Yeah.
From that point on, it didn't really cool down at all.
Yeah, and the night before we really didn't get much sleep because it was still kind of hot in the middle of the night. And so
Moab was just really hot this time of year.
Yeah.
It was very hot.
So be prepared for stuff like that. We kind of hit a little bit of a breaking point. We were like, you know what? Like, I'm not going to sit here and be uncomfortable for the rest of the night. And we decided to go get a hotel. But yeah, we have about, I'd say, 3 hours left until we get to Bryce, and then set up camp there, cook some dinner, and then get ready for the next morning.
Yeah, tomorrow we're going to be hiking the Navajo Loop in Bryce Canyon. So, and then a couple other spots there, but we're only there for like less than 24 hours because we're heading to Zion tomorrow afternoon because we're just trying to fit in as much as we can on this trip. So, Bryce Canyon's going to be a quick turnaround, but I think we'll get to see like the highlights at least, which is cool.
All right, update. We are at Bryce's Canyon now, all camped out. Free campsite. What is this place called again?
This place?
Yeah, this specific
I
campsite.
found it on Campton, but it's Tom's Best Spring, and it's free. And there's a lot of spots actually. They had great reviews too, and they said that there was a lot of spaces, so they were correct because we drove, and we actually have service up here, which is first. We usually don't have service.
It is absolutely beautiful right now. We have a little bit of a storm coming in, but as of right now, we might be in luck. It's supposed to hit at 9, so if we can get dinner going and eat and everything, we should be able to clean up, get the awning tent down, get the awning down, and kind of just get camp set up in the car. Compared to Moab, holy crap, I love this weather. I mean, it's what, 65, 66, and I feel so comfortable now.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a 20, 30 degree difference, and I am so happy I finally have all this equipment to really kind of go overlanding and really kind of get that life experience that I always really wanted to do with this type of car. Ever since I even saw this car and what it could do, I did everything I could in my life to save up to get it, and I was driving a piece of shit. Well, it wasn't a piece of shit. I treated it like a piece of shit, but beat up 2003 Ford Ranger with the floorboard in the driver's seat literally missing, so I looked like Freddie Flintstone every time I would get in, and would have to be extremely careful or else my foot would go through at times. So, and yeah, I made that thing last. I got the car that I wanted, and now I get to do all of these beautiful things that I've only been dreaming of doing, and finally traveling the US like I've always been wanting to do. Like, this is crazy to me. To finally be able to do this like I've been wanting to. I waited 4 years to finally save up enough money to kind of get everything I've been wanting. And to have it all here and really get these life experiences, like, I can't wait to share that with not only like my family one day, but also just everybody out there who ends up even watching this kind of stuff. Yeah, it's so crazy. So I'll give it kind of a little bit of a tour. I had to get new tires right before the trip and new brakes, so that was a nice little expense that I wasn't expecting, but I made it happen. KO2s on this bad boy. I didn't get a lift or a leveling kit on it, so I couldn't get anything bigger. I just kind of had to make do with what I can afford. Basic brakes, everything, but there's a Gobi roof rack, spare gas can, everything, and then being able to really build out this beautiful place right here. It looks like a mess right now, but if you can see, this is the kitchen side, everything we need. Here's the access tent stuff or camp stuff and access food. So we have plenty of things we need. Electronics in there, Jetboil. Huge shout out to Jetboil, by the way, because oh my god, incredible product. I love it. I use it almost all the time now, especially for coffee. Rinse kit, need it. showers. It's been very handy for the both of us. We have the bed and everything, spare water tank. This is the bathroom. So yeah, you don't really, you know what goes on. And then yeah, my trash pack. So, which is the Trasharoo. You can get that on Amazon. Really enjoying this weather. Can't wait to start tomorrow and just really get into everything. Bryce Canyon National Park now. We are in the Navajo Loop. It's a 3-mile hike.
Well, it is when you hook up to the Queen Loop too.
Yes.
They combine.
Yes.
But the Navajo is just 1.3 if you just do that.
Yeah. So this is the view right now with the sunrise. These hoodoos are just shining bright, so the pictures are picking up really well actually in sunlight. Usually we do better in kind of cloud coverage, but you really want light on these hoodoos so you can kind of see everything and see that orange just really pop out. It's kind of like what you see in those picturesque videos. We're gonna head to Wall Street now. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to go over this as the video is coming to a close. I really just wanted to go over our experience that we had in Utah last year. We really didn't get much footage, especially during our time in Moab and ARCHES National Park, and really it was because of weather. We went during middle of August, and when we looked at the forecast, it showed that it's going to be hot during the day, but it's going to cool down tremendously at night so we can sleep. It wasn't like that at all. The temperatures in this area were fluctuating throughout the entire day. And on average, it was over 100 degrees. And it was going all the way up until 8 o'clock. Like earlier in the video, we hit a breaking point where we needed to get a hotel because it doesn't matter what I had prepared, how I built up my car, all the equipment that I have, it does not matter. That doesn't factor into the weather. It can help us protect against some things, but as far as heat, there's nothing we could really do about that. If I can make any recommendation to anybody, I would say if you're planning a trip to Utah, you want to hit ARCHES National Park, you want to hit Bryce Canyon, you want to hit Zion, I highly, highly, highly recommend you go during the September and October months at least. Those prime time summer months of July and August are brutal out there. Bryce Canyon was perfect for us. That worked out a lot. Even Zion was hot, and you guys won't see that until the next video actually. So this is a little bit of a teaser, I guess you could say. I mean, it's only my fourth video. I honestly wouldn't even call it a teaser. I didn't film any outros for that part of the trip. Same thing with Bryce Canyon. Bryce Canyon was kind of just like, I didn't really know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing as far as filming and stuff goes. That was my very first time when I was on that trip doing stuff like this. I don't know what I'm getting into at all. But when I look back at Utah and I look back at Moab and ARCHES, really wish I actually did record so I can show everything that we were kind of dealing with and having to adjust to the temperature and figuring out a way to make it work where we're just not sitting there in agony. So people can kind of get a realization of what it actually is like in those situations, especially when you're camping and car camping.
you can camp from a tent. I'm used to that kind of stuff, and it was way too hot for us. In order for us to enjoy a little bit more, we had to figure out a different way trying to enjoy Moab. But I do plan on going back there just for some redemption, so we could really film as much as we can and showcase the beauty of Moab and ARCHES National Park. Other than that, thank you to everybody who's watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.